Deep, resonant, soulful, and expressive. I like calling it a retro, modern vocal sound. Those are a few adjectives that come to mind when listening to Hozier's vocal tone. Too Sweet is one of Hozier's most popular songs, and the way it's mixed and processed fits perfectly with the performance. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you my way to achieve this retro, raw, yet polished vocal tone. So I'm going to start by using a fairly heavy compression. I like to use the Kramer Pi compressor. It has an old school tone and adds a lot of nostalgia to the vocal sound. If you're not familiar with it, it's also really good on bass and drums. I'm going to try to have a gain reduction between 3 to 5 dBs.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
One thing to keep in mind, often with Waves plugins, if you have an analog switch, you might want to turn it off because as far as I know, all it does is add noise, and unless you want extra noise, you don't really need it. Okay, now I'm gonna use an SSL channel EQ. I want to filter out the lows that are hidden under the bass and the rest of the arrangement.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before.
I'm gonna cut a bit around 500 Hertz for the muddiness. And at the same time, I'm going to boost around 60 Hertz to add a bit of load and warmth.
Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
To take care of the sibilance, I'm going to use a de-esser. I'm going to try to set it right on those S's and not too hard so that it doesn't give the singer a lisp.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
Now onto the effects. I'm going to have effects on auxes, and in this case I'm gonna have 5 of them. The main effect that drives this song that I can hear is a tape slap. A classic tape echo or tape slap, the audio signal is recorded onto a magnetic tape and played back after with a short delay. This creates this distinct slapback echo with the warm and analog character. So to create something similar here, I'm going to use an echo boy. I'm gonna set it to 16 notes, style distorted, add a bit of saturation, make the groove swing a bit, and the wet dry mix a little below 50%. You want to add a fairly aggressive high cut and also a bit of low cut. Okay, let's listen.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
Next, I'm going to use a plate reverb, fairly standard, 1.3 second decay time, 30 milliseconds pre-delay.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
Next effects is a clean stereo delay. On the left side, I'm gonna do a half note. On the right side, I'm gonna do a quarter note, mix all the way on wet, and a bit of feedback.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
After listening, I want to add a bit of grit and distortion because I think the sound is a bit too clean. I'm going to use a Futz Box plugin set to desk phone emulation. And something I like to do with Futz Box, but I like to do a lot of plugins, is having them go through a doubler, but only using the sides. It adds some width and character to the sound.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
Okay, next, to add a bit more distortion, I'm gonna use the Mix Some Edge presets of the Decapitator plugin. This one is going to be adding a bit of weight and distortion behind the vocal, and also I like how it makes it sound like the vocals was almost recorded too hot.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?
Before I A/B the dry vocal versus the final sound, please let me know in the comment if you like this format of video and if there's anything you'd want me to do to make it a better learning experience. Now let's compare the dry vocal to the final sound.
It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? It can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well?